Celebrities, businessmen, and the general public all came together in support of cancer patients at the Pediatric Hospital of the Medical Center of Puerto Rico. Some even shaving their heads at the event. The foundation managed to raise $860,000 at the event. Emotions did run high when hundreds of people, both men and women of all ages from all over the island, sat on the 28 chairs that were set up on a platform there. Our Francis Felix explains.
Shaving heads to support cancer patient kids. It's part of the annual event of the CAP Foundation, Uniting Heads. The nonprofit organization has been 20 years helping patients of the pediatric hospital.
CAP Foundation is a nonprofit organization. We started in 1989, so that's 33 years working very hard for the cancer pediatric. Uniendo Cabezas is a very important event for us because it's the #1 fundraise event. So we have been about 12 years doing it, and this year we have Tito Trinidad and Denise Quiñones, the best figure ever in Puerto Rico.
How do you feel with the support of different organizations?
We are very glad the support we have received from companies, schools, students, and individuals. They are the ones that make possible this event, and also if they will not exist, so it will be impossible for us so we can reach our goal. CAP is always working to ensure all the pediatric cancer patients in Puerto Rico have access to the best quality treatment right here on the island while staying in their homes and family. All over the fundraise by CAP, 100% remains in Puerto Rico. So that's one of our goals.
Reporting from Miramar, Puerto Rico, Frances Felix.
All right, thanks so much, Francis. Well, meantime, leaders in the Turks and Caicos are addressing climate change during a summit on Earth Day. We heard their message of commitment to protecting the people of the Caribbean and the environment in the Caribbean islands. Our One Caribbean News' Deandra Hamilton reports.
The Turks and Caicos Islands is prepared to revisit development agreements to ensure investors institute climate-friendly designs for the preservation of the fragile environment. Tourism Minister Josephine Connolly, who is also charged with the environment, brought remarks at the first of its kind climate change summit in the TCI. It was held on Earth Day.
We need to look at all the new development proposals through a climate change lens. The government has often asked for concessions for new developments. Perhaps we need to ask before granting concessions, has the project been built in a way that helps fulfill our climate change charter?
Attendees, who included other British overseas territory leaders and local stakeholders, spent most of the day at the Shore Club where the summit was held. Familiar messages like the smaller islands of the Caribbean region being first to face the peril of treacherous weather events were rehashed in the opening of the summit.
Within the last 14 years, the intensity and ferocity of hurricanes Irma, Ike, and Maria on the Turks and Caicos Islands was a stark reminder that climate change is real.
There was commendation for efforts in the Cayman Islands, thanks to leaders from the British Virgin Islands, and a warning to Bermuda that its climate change strategies may find themselves duplicated in the Turks and Caicos, which is on its way to a solid plan.
We hope that you, my fellow Turks and Caicos Islanders, will gain a better understanding of the realities of climate change, and be assured that your government, through the Climate Change Charter, commits to protecting your lives, your homes, your environment, and your economy by building resilience, raising intentions on all fronts, and finalizing the implementation of the Turks and Caicos Climate Change Charter.
Deandra Hamilton reporting.
All right, thanks so much, Deandra. Well, meantime, Cuban Foreign Minister Bruno Rodriguez criticized the U.S. during a press conference took place on Monday. Rodriguez said the U.S. excluded Cuba from the Summit of the Americas that is set to take place in Los Angeles in June. Rodriguez asked the U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken to confirm whether Cuba is invited to the meeting. But a U.S. State Department source told CNN News that so far no invitation has been made to to the summit of the Americas. And flights have been packed as many families continue their trek home from spring break. And while face masks are not required on planes anymore, they are still needed in other places, including some college campuses who are bringing back those face coverings as COVID cases spike. All of it creating lots of confusion about when to mask up. Jesse Kirch joins us with more.
This morning, America's mask debate showing no signs of letting up.
I understand everybody's in a hurry to get their masks off, but we're older and we're in no hurry.
And there's still plenty of confusion out there. While a federal judge struck down the CDC's mandatory mask order on planes, some airports, including LAX, still require them, leaving passengers perplexed.
I don't even have one on me. I don't think I needed to.
At least 31 states seeing an uptick in COVID cases over the last 2 weeks, prompting some colleges nationwide to bring masks back.
I kind of just laughed because it was like 2 weeks ago. I feel like they just like got rid of it.
Including UConn, Syracuse, and Columbia University.
I think it's appropriate because if the numbers get too high, they don't want to compromise the graduation.
We're still in the pandemic. I don't care what other people do, but, I'm keeping mine on.
The mask inconsistency combined with the spread of COVID subvariants now raising more questions about what's ahead.
What do you say to someone who says, well, it looks kind of just like the spread of the common cold now?
While it might feel like it's the spread of the common cold, we still have people who are getting severe illness from it. We still have too many people unvaccinated or ineligible for a vaccine, such as under 5.